Now, before we start producing music, let's talk about things that you need or the tools that you need. And here's the good news. You don't even need a fancy studio. You don't even need to have all of the equipment in the world before you start producing professionally sounding music or before you start producing good sounding music. You can actually start with the basics. First on the list is a computer, which is a laptop. And you don't need to have the most expensive laptops. You don't need to have the best working laptop. All you just need to have is a laptop with a good amount of RAM, which is a RAM is a random access memory, simply defined. But you need a laptop with a good amount of RAM and a good amount of hard disk space. Once you have a laptop that is good enough, it doesn't have to be the most expensive ones, then you are good to go to the next tool. But basically, the first on the list is a good laptop. And second on the list will be a condenser microphone. A condenser microphone is a studio microphone. This is a condenser microphone, and this is a basic normal microphone. This is a studio microphone, and this is a regular microphone. But nonetheless, if this is all you have, you can still start working with this before you advance or save up to purchase this. And next on the list is an audio interface, which is also called a sound card. This is what you connect your microphone and your computer to for them to be able to exchange input and output frequencies. So basically, when you connect your microphone in ear, your output will be connected to your speaker so you can hear what you are working on. So basically, this tool is a very, very important tool in the whole setup, because without this tool, you might not be able to record audio and you might not be able to also hear what you're working on. This is used to, like I said earlier, to connect your microphone, your guitar, or whatever it is that you want to record. And at the back here, you also have the output source. From here now, you can connect your MIDI controller, which is your keyboard, and also connect your output source, which are your speakers. And next on the list is a MIDI controller. This is used when you are making instrumentals, when you are making beats. So with this now, you have two options to connect this to your computer. The first option is connecting directly through a USB cable. A USB cable will be connected to your computer, and the other end of the cable will be connected to your MIDI controller. And you also have the option of connecting this to your sound card through a MIDI cable. But with this, you'll be able to play melodies, you'll be able to play chords, you'll be able to play instrumentals from your drums to your snare to the basics. You get? But this tool right here is not a must. Starting out, if you don't have the budget for this, you can still play out your melodies, your drums on the keyboard of your computer, which are the parts labeled Q, W, E, R, T, blah, 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 blah. You get the whole idea. So if you don't have this, you can still get to work. You can basically play whatever you want to play here on your computer keyboard. So this is an important tool, but also optional. And next on the list is a speaker or a pair or a set of speakers. So basically, you need to be able to hear what you are doing, which is why you need speakers. And for speakers, you have two options. The best option to go for are the studio monitors. The studio monitors are the studio speakers that have been built to give you the best quality of sound so you can hear what exactly you are working on. Because music production is, in as much as you see what you're doing, is more of what you hear. It's sounds you are working with. So it's good when you can hear the best quality of sound. And don't too worry if you don't have the budget to buy studio monitor speakers. You can simply start with whatever you have available. If it's a computer, a set of computer speakers, start where you are. If it's a basic set of speakers, start where you are. If you don't have the money to buy a sound card and all you have is a amp that connects your speaker and probably a 2-to-1 cable that connects your computer to the amp, start with whatever you have. If you don't even have speakers and all you have are just headsets, start with whatever you have. You don't have to have the best tools to start going. It's a journey, and starting out where you are doesn't determine what your result will be. All you just need is the right knowledge, the right and the basic equipment to get you going, and you are good to go. Most of these hit songs that you hear are recorded basically in the corner of a room. So don't make it seem like you really cannot get it going if you don't have it all set up. And if you don't know where to purchase your tools, you can also talk to me directly and I'll guide you on how to purchase the equipment that you need. Next are the softwares that you need. We've talked about the hardwares, which are your equipment. Next, on the other hand, are the softwares that you need. Softwares are the programming tools that are installed on your computer, which are what you'll be using to produce music. They are more like your workstations. Basically, that is what they call them. You can hear them say DAWs, DAWs, or workstation. They are basically still saying the same thing. So when it comes to softwares, we have different softwares for different needs. When it comes to making instrumentals or making beats, we have particular softwares for that. When it comes to recording audio vocals, we have the particular softwares for that. And when it also comes to mastering, we also have particular softwares for that. But the most amazing part of this whole thing is a whole lot of these softwares can get to do everything. You can get to use FL Studio, for example, to make beats, to record audio, and also to mix and master, which basically makes it easy for you. So it means you can use the same software to do these three processes. And if at some later stage in your journey, you get to pick which you like to use. But in this course, we'll be going through a couple of softwares that we'll be using to get to make instrumentals, record audio, and also get to mix and master. So stay tuned. First on the list of our softwares will be FL Studio. Many of us might have heard FL Studio, or Fruity Loops. Basically, FL Studio is an app or a software installed on the computer, which is used to produce music. And also, we have Cubase. Cubase is also an app or a software on the computer installed to also produce music. In the next module, we'll talk about how songs are built or the structure to the songs, so you understand how you need to go about making your next hit song. Every